Hello and welcome to episode 194 of WITM, in which finally in the main event of SmackDown Live we will get to see the premier talent Dalton Roush in action, and it will be a big match as it is a non-title match against the current WWE Champion Seth Rollins in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Before that, we have a backstage segment featuring Dalton. But before that, I just spent about the last hour or so doing several stuff off screen. I downloaded about 20 different files from Community Creations, updating a lot of a couple of tires, one of which you should see in this match for Seth Rollins. Downloading new and much better looking created versions of several wrestlers and several new additions to the WITM roster, including Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis, or as he'll be known, Mike Kanellis, formerly of Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor, joining the SmackDown Live roster in real life tonight on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and so they'll be part of WITM now as well. The Russian Lana will be joining the SmackDown Women's Division as a wrestler. She's in the game as a manager, but I was able to download her as a wrestler. So she has been added. Patrick Clark of Tough Enough. His new gimmick, the Velveteen Dream, that I downloaded that as well. And like I said, several better created versions of created characters, including our new Cruiserweight champion, Noam Dar, and quite a few others. Also, Andrew has made his first signing as general manager of 205 Live. He is signing former TNA wrestler and WWE wrestler Shannon Moore, formerly of the TNA Tag Team Inc. He will be joining the Cruiserweight division as Andrew's first official free agent signing. Now let's get into the build-up for this match between Dalton Roush and Seth Rollins. And there's a confrontation backstage, including Dalton Roush. Let's find out what that is. Dalton speaks to SmackDown Live General Manager Daniel Bryan. Dalton speaks. I want to talk to you. Explain to me how the new face of SmackDown Live, the premier talent, has been left off of the SmackDown Live card the past 3 weeks. I didn't leave Hollywood to sit around backstage and eat catering. I came here to face the best. I realize that Daniel's lips are moving as I'm speaking for Dalton, but there's only so many backstage scenes. Daniel responds, Look, I get it. But you said yourself to myself and Shane McMahon, if you're not in the main event facing the best of the best every week, you may as well not be booked at all. So we kept that in mind. But don't worry, tonight, you will be in action. And that match will be the main event. You'll be taking on the WWE Champion Seth Rollins in a non-title Falls Count Anywhere match. With Backlash fast approaching, this is a huge opportunity for you to enter into the number one contendership conversation. Dalton responds, That's more like it. Alright, so Dalton, as we expected, not happy that he has not been featured in the card every 3 weeks. Daniel Bryan says, Look, you said you only want to face the best of the best in the main event. So we kept that in mind. Tonight you will face the best that SmackDown has to offer in the main event. You'll be taking on the former WWE Champion Seth Rollins, or the current WWE Champion Seth Rollins, for a huge opportunity to enter into the number one contendership conversation.
It'll be Seth Rollins in a match that will be etched in the record books.
So let's get underway without further ado with our episode 194 match, as Dalton Roush takes on the current WWE Champion Seth Rollins.
singles action is up next. You're not going to want to miss this.
Nor my commentary.
It'll be Seth Rollins versus a formidable opponent.
I don't know if I've ever looked more forward to any match ever.
Alright, so here we go. Huge non-title opportunity for Dalton Roush. Will he enter himself into the #1 contendership conversation with a victory over the WWE Champion in this Falls Count Anywhere hardcore match? Dalton starts with an Irish whip into the corner. This is Dalton's singles debut in the WWE. His only other match was that 6-man WWE Championship ladder match for the WWE Championship vacated by Corey after WrestleMania. Or technically vacated by Andrew after he defeated Corey at WrestleMania.
He doesn't seem to care what anyone thinks of him here in WWE.
That was won by, of course, the Kingslayer, Seth Rollins. And now we're going outside, taking advantage of that hardcore stipulation. DDT by Rollins. Dalton with a power slam into that thin mat outside. Stomp to the elbow. Dalton getting fired up. Our trip into the barricade. Dalton looking for a suplex, but Rollins reverses with an elbow. Now a jumping attack to the head.
There's a lot of truth in that statement, especially when referring to this guy, John.
Forces Dalton up, but reversal by Dalton, nearly sending Rollins into the crowd, and he's going to have a little bit of a seizure there and a glitch. Uppercut by Rollins. Rollins with a suplex. Get up close and personal view of the action here. Rollins attacking the head of Dalton. Stomp to the knee. Reversal by Dalton. Our trip into the barricade. And a slam. Dalton goes for a cover. And gets the 2 count before Rollins powers out. Despite the fact that he has not wrestled in 3 weeks, the people above Dalton in the rankings have suffered some losses. So Dalton has risen up the rankings nearly in, I believe, in the top 5 of the United States Championship rankings and just outside the top 5 in the WWE Championship rankings. A win here for Dalton would put him into the top 5 for the WWE Championship rankings as well, and definitely enter him into the #1 contendership complications. Remember, a win over a non-title victory over a champion is worth 2 spots up in the rankings rather than the usual 1. At least 2, depending on what happens to the people above you in the rankings. Dalton stomping away at the chest of Rollins. Reversal by Rollins with a shoulder block. Stomp to the arm. Reversal with an elbow. Spinning back fist. Kick to force Rollins back down. A stomp to the chest. And another stomp. Dalton working the arm of Rollins. Rollins was all the way to avoid the stomp. Kick to the chest. And there's another. Dalton just kicking away at Rollins, really damaging that body. Nice arm drag by Dalton. Dalton's low on stamina. Leg sweep into a suplex. Reversal by Dalton with an uppercut. And there's that variation of the AA. Dalton is low on stamina again. Can he capitalize? Stomping away at the chest of Rollins. And now 1 to the knee. Dalton really utilizing that leg power to damage the WWE Champion. And now he busts open the WWE Champion Rollins. We get a very up close and personal view of the action. Suplex into the barricade. Dalton's low on stamina, but managing to still keep up the flurry of offense. Really make a target of that injured head of Rollins. And another kick. Our trip into the barricade. slamming the bloodied head of Rollins into the barricade.
Once you get outside the ring,
Kick to the stomach.
Yeah, and it usually does. Over the years, I've seen more careers come to an abrupt end.
And there's an arm bar.
how he's going to get out of this here.
But Rollins is able to break the hold.
He breaks the hold. And he dodges that one.
Pin attempt by Dalton. But Rollins powers out at 2. Again stomping away at that body of Rollins. He wants to leave the WWE Champion injured and force another vacation of the WWE Championship.
How much more? How much more are you willing to pay to win this match? This is unreal.
And now here comes that,
How will these guys do?
well, I believe it was another AA rather than an F5.
Can he do it? Think he's got it? Man,
Very nearly defeating the WWE Champion. Dalton asking himself what's it going to take to win this match, but
to stay in this one.
Rollins showing why he's WWE Champion. Despite a flurry of offense from Dalton, he stays alive in this match.
Rollins is looking for the decisive end. Check that out.
Suplex.
First here this evening.
Dalton, again, low on stamina. Rollins rolls out of the way and gets back to his feet.
Wicked kick of his.
Dalton with a powerbomb into a cover. Now, and turns it into a Boston Crab after a 2 count.
Oh man, does that look painful? And he escapes the hold.
Rollins able to reverse, but how much damage has been done to that body? Dalton just constantly attacking that body of Rollins, not to mention the bloodied head.
Boy, he was able to reverse it, get out of that.
Rollins is scheming to land.
Super kick by Rollins. Could this be the equalizer? No, Dalton powers out of 2, and now it's the champion Rollins asking what it's going to take to defeat Dalton Roush in just his second WWE match and singles debut. Dalton looking very impressive so far in this match. Rollins taking the fight to the entrance ramp.
Absorbing a little bit of punishment here.
And Rollins biding his time. Kick to the back to force Dalton still on the ground. And a knee. Forces Dalton to a knee. DDT into the bottom of the entrance ramp. Rollins again biding his time.
You can practically feel the wear and tear that's been
Dalton
done
was
to
all the way to
this
avoid the
match.
stomp. Misses with a grapple attempt. Misses with a punch. Rollins reverses next punch and connects with one of his own. Now gets to the leg. But a nice enziguri by Dalton. Now an arm drag.
To clear the cobwebs and regroup.
And a heavy punch into a cover.
He can pin his opponent right here. I think this is it.
And his shoulders up.
Very nearly once again defeating the WWE Champion. But
You know, it's hard to believe.
Rollins powers out. Dalton and once again
Gas left in his tank.
getting fired up. Stomp to the back of the head. Forces Rollins up, but eye rake by Rollins.
What a scoop slam. Man, you can feel
And a
that
slam.
That arena.
It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict.
Stomp to the elbow. Really making a target of just about every part of the body of Rollins, especially the arms, body, and that bloodied head.
Oh, once you get out of the ring, anything can happen. You've got exposed
Reversal
speed,
by
the
Rollins.
bricks, the barricades, and all of it can be used to cause massive damage.
Another reversal by Rollins into a suplex.
With the reversal.
How much damage did that do?
A lot from the looks of it.
Stomp to the back of the head. Kick to the back. And now Rollins is thinking pedigree if this hits. Despite how impressive Dalton's been, this may be a victory for Rollins, and that pedigree does connect.
And will this be it? It may be.
1, 2.
What a kick out.
Very nearly
What a battle.
a victory for Rollins. He thought it was a 3 count, but the referee says no.
Refuses to stay
This match
down.
will continue.
He's still
Kick to the back.
I don't think so.
Well, out here you
And a stomp.
Lightning fast. One mistake, one moment of hesitation,
Moonsault.
and you can find yourself in a world of hurt.
God, there was nothing
Dalton
after
avoids the
that.
stomp and connects with an arm drag.
You're being too kind. Some people would use
Now looking for a
other words
weapon
describe what
to
we
seal
just
the deal in
witnessed.
this match. He has a sledgehammer. Signature weapon of
If he
Seth
keeps up
Rollins'
this pace,
former
this could turn real ugly real fast.
authority partner Triple H
Deep if he wants to keep going now.
forces Rollins to his feet.
Lights out.
AA connects. Goes for a cover.
And somehow he's
And still Rollins fights on. That's the third attitude adjustment.
he's setting it up.
But now he's looking for that F5 variation.
Not this.
And that will connect.
Okay. Yeah, just don't bring it over here.
Has Dalton defeated the WWE Champion in non-title action? Yes, this time Rollins will stay down. It's a huge victory for Dalton Roush, his first victory in his singles debut. And Dalton will surely enter into the #1 contendership conversation with that victory as we approach Backlash.
Rising from the ground, echoes of the sound, ashes of the past on the present, and the future is now. They can't wait till another goes down. I am the path of destruction, and I'm here right up until I hit the ground, and I will shatter the walls until it all comes down now. Hands up, 'cause I can finally see that I'm the last one standing, and I'm here right now. Now's rolling. Your winner, the storm is raging deep in me again. The sun's like to go, and I'm left without direction. All the doubt, flame of fate ignited, burning deep
Wrestling thing.
Alright, so a huge victory for Dalton in his singles debut. The next show will be NXT, where we could potentially see Corey in action in his second NXT match, looking for his first victory since returning and coming to NXT. Finally start climbing up those rankings towards that NXT championship. Also, is the go home NXT before TakeOver, and Cows with Guns will be in action. They're going to be defending those NXT Tag Team Championships because Andrew will likely be defending his NXT Championship at TakeOver Chicago. The NXT Tag titles will be defended for the first time in a while at this NXT before TakeOver Chicago. So an action-packed NXT ahead. That begins in episode 195. Until then, this is Corey, signing off.